Hello everyone! I always want to make this video about vaccination for dogs and titers. So now I have time, so I decided to make it. This is 2018 canine vaccination guidelines for veterinarians, right? It's official kind of document. So it sounds pretty serious. And this is what this guidelines recommend for core vaccines. Core vaccines, it's a distemper, parvovirus, adenovirus, and parainfluenza. How often you need to do them? You need to administer subsequent boosters at intervals of 3 years or longer. So, you don't need to do it every year after your dog turned 1 year old. We can see what it says. Measuring antibody levels provides a reasonable assessment of protective immunity against this disease. This is what I do. I'm measuring antibody levels for my dogs. It's called titers. So I do titers. And here is an example of a titer serology. For Safar, I did yesterday, right? For Safar. And it says that his distemper antibody is positive and parvovirus antibody is positive. And positive means that he is protected. So his vaccination is still working out. When was the last time he had his vaccination? His last vaccination for Safar was done in 1/10/2018. So it was almost 2 years ago he had his vaccination, right? And actually 2 years ago, yes, almost 2 years ago. And he's still protected, so it's no reason to do vaccination every year. The only vaccination required by the law, it's a rabies. And this is what the guidelines says about the rabies. Rabies vaccination, you do it a year or 3-year-old labeled rabies vaccine. So some states require you to do it every year and some states require to do it once in a 3 year. So I do rabies because it's required for my dogs once in a 3 year. And I do titers. How much this titer cost to me? It cost $100 to make the titer on Safar. You can tell, hey, what's the reason to pay $100? Because vaccination, right? Sorry, vaccination just cost $36. But I'm not compromising my dog's health with over-vaccination. I'm okay to pay $100 once in a 3 year or something like that to find out if my dog is still protected. So this is some information for you to think about it, about over-vaccination of the dogs. I'm not against vaccination. I always tell you need to give vaccination to puppies, but you need to follow the guidelines. And if your veterinarian keep telling you that you need to do vaccination once a year, print this vaccination guideline. You can find it on the Google. This is how it is. And show it to your veterinarian. And ask your veterinarian why he wants you to do it every year if it's a 3 years or longer. Just ask this question. That's all.